20 Tips for Beginner Creators. Tip number 1. Find your niche. Think about what you are good at it and then figure out to make content with your passions and skills. Tip number 2. Learn your audience. Take your niche and learn what type of audience will most likely benefit from that type of content. Tip number 3. Research platforms. Take some time to know how different platforms work and decide which one will work best for your content and your audience. Tip number 4. Stay current. Look at digital trends and see which ones you can use to grow your following on all your social media platforms. Tip number 5. Make content often. To keep your audience engaged, you need to write content often. This can be weekly or monthly depending on your niche and what content you make. Tip number 6. Improve your skills. Take courses or look to other creators to see what works and how you can make your content better. You can also read your reviews from your platforms. Tip number 7. Find your own voice. Even though your niche might be similar to others, try and put a unique spin on it. When an audience can hear your voice, they will be more engaged. Tip number 8. Brainstorm. Before releasing any content, brainstorm what others might want to see. Write down all your ideas and then narrow them down to the best ones. Tip number 9. Edit all content. Don't release content without editing. Make sure everything is well written and well produced. Ask some friends to view it or read it before posting. Tip number 10. Use more than one platform. Most content creators use a combination of platforms. Use the ones that work best for you and post content to them as often as possible. Tip number 11. Be authentic. People will identify more with you if you're authentic. Make sure your content is relatable and shows a more vulnerable side of you. Tip number 12. Be social. Part of content creation is networking. You will need to attend events and meet people within the content creation circle. Tip number 13. Promote yourself. Take some time to talk about content and blog with other people. Request that they look you up and ask them to follow you. Tip number 14. Stay organized. Use an app or calendar to track your content and the dates you are posting things. Tip number 15. Track your statistics. Make sure you know how many followers you are gaining and how often people interact with your videos or blog. Tip number 16. Use SEO. If you're blogging, make sure you use SEO to get yourself to the top of the search engine results. Tip number 17. Use the help of others. Consider using an editor or proofreader to make sure your content is perfect before posting. Tip number 18. Follow trends. Make sure you are being current with material and that you are staying on top of trends. Tip number 19. Make a portfolio. Use all your content and skills to make a portfolio and resume to gain followers. Tip number 20. Use affiliate marketing. Partner with brands and use affiliates to help you monetize your content.